introduction for the VOD. Hello everybody, I'm Colthor the Barbarian, and welcome back to the Gaben Gauntlet. I move my microphone a little closer. Number 19, Deadly Premonition. We are continuing our seemingly never-ending journey to beat all my Steam games. So let's continue. This game is quite the jewel. And I mean that in air quotes, the jewel. I believe the people who have played it have come to me and all have told me the same thing. It's so bad, it's good. So if you understand, if that sounds like something that's up your alley, oh, hang tight, we're in for quite the ride. Once again, thank you everybody for coming by. Thank you for all the awesome hosts. Reminder that sometime later this week, possibly on Monday, we're going to be starting our Ramathon 1,000 followers special, so please, hopefully you'll come back for that. Should be a lot of fun. We're going to be playing through 15 Yoshi's Island ROM hacks over the course of probably the next month or so. But anyway, let's get back to the game of Deadly Premonition. Where are we? Okay, so we're in chapter 13 of 29, so we're almost halfway there. Almost halfway.
Previously during the investigation.
I'm Kaysen, Forrest Kaysen.
Thomas, did you
I
see
keep forgetting about the anime car. My bad.
No.
Well, if the game crashes, remind me.
Here, he was already like this.
What are you doing? Get out of the way! I'll do it!
George, stay back. She's trying to speak.
So if you're just joining us, basically this is a murder mystery we're trying to solve. There's a serial killer on the loose, and we're trying to catch him. In about the most random, ridiculous way possible. He talks to himself with his inner friend Zach, and he gets advice from his coffee. Yeah, that's the kind of game this is. Is the game because it couldn't stand being so shitty. Nah, like I will say, the good parts of this game is the narrative. The story is actually quite interesting. You gotta go, had a great time. Thanks, Mr. Coulter and chat. Well, thank you so much, Shadowcat. Thank you for stopping by. You have a great rest of your evening.
Zach, let's get back to the hotel. First Anna, then Becky, now Diane. I'm not looking forward to writing this investigation report.
Good parts, funny jokes are
Agent
funny.
Morgan.
Yep.
York, do you have a moment?
What is it, George?
There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Do you have any time later?
Can't we just do it here?
In the rain.
Possible. I'd like to go to a bar. Of course, we don't really have to.
Hey, bar's cool to me.
Now that sounds like a good idea. Zach, what do you think? We can go drinking with George, or turn him down and head back to the hotel.
Let's get some drinks. Oh, we're drinking. I want to talk to my buddy George. He looks like he's seen some shit. We've been through quite the ordeal. I could use a drink myself. There we go.
George, that
Hi.
scar on your cheek. Where did you get it?
This? Didn't I tell you?
I drink replay
not
this game
work.
to ease the pain.
I got it when I was a kid.
A childhood injury. Tree climbing? I used to get a few scrapes myself climbing the big tree in our backyard. I used to climb it a lot. And fall out of it a lot.
This wasn't anything like that, though. It was my mother. She did it.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, George.
Don't worry. It's ancient history. The world is flooded with unreasonable violence. The strong overpower the weak, adults over children, men over women, and criminals over their victims.
Sad truth of the world we live in.
I have no memories of my father. He left before I knew him. My mother would hit me every time I asked why.
Damn, maybe stop asking
And it
why.
didn't stop there. If I ate too slow, left my shoes scattered around, TV volume too loud, she found reasons to hit me. Hit me bad. The worst was what she called the tree punishment.
The tree.
She'd whip my back with these thin tree branches like a whip.
Damn, hence the scars on his back. Damn.
I'm sorry, please. I'm sorry.
Tree punishment was definitely the worst, I tell you. Just
God.
hearing those words used to make me shiver and want to pass out. And that's why I didn't want to show you those scars on my back. Every time after the tree punishment, she'd always say the same thing. This is hurting the tree more than it is hurting you.
What?
And me, being a naive, dumb kid, I believed her. I went to the woods to apologize to the trees.
Wow. Poor guy. It's alright, George. There's a nice,
Just
comfy
asking myself,
murderer on the loose. We'll stop
Why is she
him.
hurting me this way? I've thought long and hard about it. In the end, I've just figured I'm weaker than her. That's why. It's the law of Mother Nature at work. The strong eat the weak.
But now, you have the power to protect the weak.
That's right. Perhaps I should thank my mother for guiding me into this line of work. York.
This probably means George is going to die.
I've been an
I'm calling
arrogant
it now.
fool, haven't I? And if it weren't for me, both Becky and Diane would still be alive. I could have saved them both. You know, it's almost like they died because of me.
You're out of your mind.
I invited you to this bar for a drink. But I guess this bar is my confession chamber. And I wanted you to listen. And to tell you, well, you must already hate me for causing all these problems and not following your orders. York, I'm sorry. I'll follow your orders from now on. You'll have my total cooperation.
George, you've been as cooperative as you can be. You even invited an FBI guy to a bar for drinks. You've done a good job protecting this town. And the folks here respect you for that. Nobody can blame you for anything.
Thanks. I do feel a little better.
Oh look, it's Thomas's sister. What's up, Carol?
Hey, Carol. Becky is dead. Diane, too. We've got Nick in
let's
custody
get
as a
right to
suspect.
it.
Nick didn't do it.
I know. Carol, you took a locket from Diane, didn't you? A locket with this mark on it.
Maybe show her the photograph? He didn't show her the photograph.
I'm busy, gotta go.
He just held it to the blank side to her. It's like... what on earth? She just left just like, what is this guy? Oh, we got a musical number, folks. How are you? Our friends are dead. Look at this blank picture. Now look away. That lip syncing, though, it's top notch. Off the bed, have a good night, Pistol. Thanks for stopping by. Why am I having flashbacks to Bad Rats? Even George is like, does it scar you for life? Yeah, probably. Oh, those games were true hot garbage. Dude, your piano guy needs some sleep. Is that the grave? Is that the mortician on the piano? So he looked rather grave.
Sorry to keep you waiting, boys.
Zack, Emily is already a goddess of the forest.
You're the piano guy in life.
Let's forget
Oh,
work
it's
for a
Emily.
bit and drink a little, shall we?
York? Why is she here?
I just thought the more the merrier. You know, to relax and get loose. Is this a problem?
No, of course not. Pardon me, Emily, but I'm pooped. I think I'll just call it a night.
George, I just got here and you're walking out on me? I was hoping the three of us could have a drink and let out a little steam.
No, George is he's
I'm afraid I've
left
already
us.
had enough. And I already had a good man-to-man with York. So I'll see you guys.
A little elegant for the sketchy bar. What are you saying? You wouldn't dress up to go to the Galaxy of Terror? Everybody goes to the Galaxy of Terror. Actual name of the bar, for those who aren't familiar. That's the actual name of the bar
George
we're in
likes
right
you,
now.
but
Galaxy
he's
of
avoiding
Terror.
you all at the same time.
How astute.
There's a reason?
Nothing worth going into. It's a thing of the past.
Those clinking glass sounds, though.
Okay. He did ask me
They
out
can't-
when I first came to town. I was still in high school. But I never really
They can't get the
considered him
direction
my
right
type.
on the picture,
And
but they
there's the age
damn it,
gap
they gotta
thing,
add
too.
those
I
clinking glass
respect him,
sounds.
Of course. I wouldn't have taken this job otherwise.
So, did you move to this town alone?
Of course not. I came with my parents.
Her parents were
Tell me
in
about
town.
them then.
Sure, why not? My dad dealt in stocks in New York. He was hardly at home when I was a kid, always working. Those pieces of paper were far more important to him than I was. Which is no different now, really. I don't see much of him. My mother? Totally different story. A wonderful person that I still respect. She was always kind and understanding. Not only that, but she would always help me find my way. She could be fierce, too, scolding me if I took a wrong step. We had our battles, sure, but all in all, she was a wonderful mother.
Past tense?
Well, I guess one
Yeah,
out of two ain't
she's
bad.
gone now.
Oh, never mind.
Cancer, just before I graduated high school.
Never mind.
She gave this to me just before she died. I take it with me wherever I go. It's what I treasure most.
I'm sure she's very proud of you.
That awkward moment. Did you guys know potatoes will satisfy a small amount of your hunger?
I had a good time
Jealous.
tonight. Good night,
See you tomorrow.
York.
Heartfelt moment into potato.
Please, don't lie to us, okay?
That girl's so
Don't
going to
worry.
die. Yeah, I
won't.
kind of agree with you. Right about now, she gets abducted and she'll be in the next one duct taped to a wall. with that locket in her mouth and filled with seeds. Where are we going? The hotel, I guess. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You gotta power slide out of places. It's just not good enough to leave in a normal manner. Ba-da.
There was another really bad one around this time of year. 3 years ago. Remember, Zach?
Yes, that's right. That one. Multiple homicide, same MO, across Utah, Colorado, and Missouri. The victims were all average married housewives. But after being run over so many times by a car, they didn't look human.
Oh,
5
my.
victims in 2 months in the 3 states. The way he killed them was always the same. But aside from that, there was nothing that linked the victims together. Well, they were all married. But age, race, nothing else matched up. Tire marks and...
Oh, Zach, we're here. Let's continue our chat.
Yeah, let's talk about the horrible multiple murder car smashy thing later. My beverage. Oh, it's time for a pop quiz, everybody. We gotta remember everything that happened.
Zach, let's go over our progress.
From what Olivia told us, and the sketchbook we found at Becky's house, Nick and Diane became our primary suspects. There were a couple of reasons for this. First, Becky gave the missing locket to Diane. Also, Nick has no alibi for when Anna and Becky were killed. We followed Nick to the art gallery, which led us, unfortunately, to our third victim. The third victim, Diane, was strung up in the entrance hall of the art gallery.
Scenes. All the times were like military
Her hands were
time.
tied and a knife was sticking out of her chest. However, there was a marked difference from the previous crimes.
Do you remember what that was, Zach?
Wait, what was? Murder weapon?
No, that's not it, Zach. Think back more carefully. What was different from the other crime scenes?
Yeah.
That's right. Diane was still alive.
Oh, the food items.
This suggests
Yep.
that very little time had passed since the crime was committed. Which means the criminal was still close by. It was someone near the scene. There are 2 possible candidates. Nick, who was knocked out in the entrance, and one...
The old saw maneuver.
Zach, who was the other person in the gallery?
Gaben. It was Gabe.
That's right. Casey. We followed Willie, good dog, all the way to him.
Good dog. Good dog.
Casey's statement came out as follows. He and Diane were in a physical relationship. That was why he visited the gallery. The 2 were in the middle of such a meeting when Nick showed up. Diane lost her cool and shut Kaysen up in the basement. Now, what did Kaysen hear when he was locked up?
So he heard footsteps on boots.
That's
He
it.
heard the bark.
The
The
sound
bark.
of boots passing by. Nick was wearing boots that day. Which means it was
In
likely
before
that
York was the
Diane met with
culprit?
Nick in her room. Nick said he argued verbally with Diane
Maybe
about
it's
her
not
playing
York.
around with men,
Maybe it's
but they
Zach.
eventually decided to go out drinking to make up. However, immediately after that, Nick was attacked by someone in the entrance hall and knocked unconscious. We saw the rest.
Zach, do you think that Nick is our serial killer?
Could be. Yes. No. He said before he didn't think he was. I don't know.
Me too. Usher sent in a report too. He found a large volume of red seeds in Diane's stomach. This confirms her as a victim of the Raincoat
King
Killer.
York. That'd be a
Remaining
sweet
leads.
emote.
There is the locket, which is in Carol's possession, the man with the tattooed back, and the upside-down peace sign. There's a lot left to answer. I hope the coffee will give us more guidance tomorrow.
Yes, Coffee, tell us what to do.
Zach, what did you think about George pouring his heart out? I was surprised. It's the end of a monarchy. And he called me York instead of Agent Morgan.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit.
Emily, what's going on? Do you know what time it is?
I'm sorry.
Do I need to download some sensor bars real
I
quick?
couldn't sleep, so I was drinking alone.
No. Aw.
My mother was a very kind woman. She always smiled so brightly. Cakes,
Disappointed.
cookies every day. She'd say that I needed the sugar
Yes,
because I spent
cookies
so
right
much
in
time
front of
thinking.
you, man. Come
My
on.
father was always quiet. We never talked much. He was a federal agent, just like me. And he was hardly
She's
ever
just
alone.
sitting there like, are you fucking serious?
The only words he ever had for me were harsh ones. I had a vivid imagination, and I remember he once said this to me. There are plenty of crazy things in this world. You don't have to go dreaming them up. And it's my job to make sense out of them. One day you'll understand what I'm saying. I found out later that my father was one of the first to ever use criminal profiling to catch bad guys. And so now I'm doing exactly the same job that he did. Like father, like son.
Can I ask you something?
Why are you still talking? Get in the bed.
Mind if it's something personal?
Fire away.
Who's Zach?
She finally asked.
Zach is a friend of mine.
Oh, so you do have friends.
Yeah.
Oh, the burn.
He's my only friend.
What kind of person is he then?
It's his imaginary friend.
I've never seen his face. But he's always with me, and we discuss everything.
When did you become friends?
A long time ago. Back when I was a child.
Oh, shit.
I was 7. I woke up one morning to hear my mother crying in the living room. This wasn't normal, so I headed in to see her. My father was there pointing a gun at my mother. I was so scared. I closed my eyes, so I don't remember much more. But I do remember the words my father said to me.
Zach equals dead sibling
At
confirmed.
times we must purge things from this world because they should not exist. Even if it means losing someone that you love. When I came back
Spoiler
to my
alert.
senses, they were both dead.
His father's the murderer.
He shot my mother and then
They
killed
were
himself.
twins. Zach was the other twin. Oh.
I'm so
And
sorry.
George engulfed him in the womb.
Don't worry about it. Zach's with me. It was around that time that we became friends.
I'm here. I'm with you, he said.
That would explain the twins
I'll
in
be
his
here
mind.
always. We can get through this together.
And his strange attachment to twins.
Quite aside from that terrible scene in front of me.
Yeah, York
Seemed
is
to make me
Zach. It's like his inner monologue.
and here
Okay,
we
I
are,
can't blame her for coming. She
Working
probably
together.
got drunk and was just sitting there like,
getting through things.
why does he keep talking to
This is
himself?
the
And she
first
just
time I've ever
had to
told
go
anyone
find
about
out.
this. I wonder if Zach will get angry.
That's a sad story. But I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but
You're kind of crazy.
I'm sure there was a reason for what your father did.
I know. I think maybe I became an agent to find out why he did what he did.
Oh yeah, York. I forgot to thank you.
There we go.
Thank me? For what?
She's gonna
You
thank
saved
you.
my life. If you didn't save me at the gallery, I would have died along with Diane.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
What did you just say? Useless? I was never expecting to hear you say that. Huh. There might be a modest guy in you after all.
Finally, you noticed? You're a little slow, aren't you?
Oh, damn.
Maybe hopeless, but not useless.
Zach,
Damn it, almost.
do you think Emily got home safely?
Anyway, I think it's more serious of a situation than I thought. Do you remember? Our conversation with Emily. She's really interested in you.
Okay,
I
so he's
think
not
she's starting to
completely
have
blind.
certain feelings for you.
If that's the case, Zach, you and I are rivals. This is a very serious situation indeed.
Well, if it comes to that, let it be a fair fight. Agreed?
Let's have a root beer and talk about it, Zach.
Thomas! Thomas! Let me out of here! Come on, please! Just for a moment. 1 second. Hate it in here, Thomas. I'm going mad. I know you're there. Come on, please.
Thomas did it. Thomas did it.
Thomas.
It's like always the quiet, awkward one.
Thomas. Thomas. Thomas.
This is all a setup for the scene for Thomas to sit there and look evil and just push his glasses up. He gives that evil smile. He goes, "It was me all along." Oh, what? Well, things just got weird quick. What? So she knows who the killer is. Licking. Previous during the investigation. Zach View.
Previously during the investigation.
So, you want to find out everything there is to know about Diane?
Agent York, Nick is leaving the bar.
Wait! She's still alive.
Stop right there, Nick. You're under arrest for the attempted murder of Diane Ames. Emily, hurry!
You saved my life.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
Oh, we're back in here. Okay. So 3:14. Tea break. Well, I guess one door's as good as another. Now we're inside of Zach's mind, or York's mind, or... Go in front of the one with the bush, maybe? Oh. Angel Messiah. Angel Messiah. Is that his twin? Oh. Who are you? Is that his father?
Open this door. There is no turning back. You still want to enter?
I do. It's better than staying here.
Very well then. Off you go, Mr. Locke.
And off we go.
Look carefully, boy. At times, we must purge things from this world because they should not exist. Even if it means losing someone that you love.
Maybe she got pregnant by having an affair, and he killed her because of it. It's a zombie! Ooh, spoopy. Ew. Is that Emily's locket right there on the table? Or her necklace? Piano boys. Maybe. High quality beef. That sums up this game right here. This game is high quality beef. HQB. I should have known. Sale. Hurry.
Mr. Morgan, do you want a refill?
Yes.
It was the old
Thank you.
lady. In the courtyard with the
Is
candlestick.
the coffee that good, Mr. Morgan?
Coffee is a vital investigative tool. I know exactly what to do now.
Paid legend. It was the coffee all along. Renovation start Monday. All of our inventory must go. Yellow tags are 60% off.
It says to hurry. And the first letter of each line is H-A-R-R-Y. Hurry to Harry. Looks like the time that he was talking about has come. Let's go pay the problematic rich boy who owns half of the town a visit. Polly, I think I'm going to go see Harry today.
Oh, really? He's a little strange, but I think
was
he's the
his
most
deep
trustworthy
sentence.
one around here. I think you'll have fun with him.
If you say so, Polly, then we probably will.
Of course. Now, give me your cup, and I'll
She
give you some
really
more
wants
coffee.
that cup.
I'll see you later, Polly.
I love he talks extra loud to her. It's like, thank you, Polly. Yes,
Mr.
I will
Morgan,
have more
What about
coffee.
the coffee? Don't you want a refill?
Oh my God.
Your coffee!
She's trying to drown me in coffee. She's the culprit. Sweet. Coffee. Ooh. Poor Polly. Just trying to do what Polly does. Oh, we're back in the dining room. Ah. Well, isn't the fat man?
Hey, am I still a suspect?
No.
Okay, well, good. My wife and I have been living separately for over 3 years now. Diane, she's a single woman, so this shouldn't be a problem.
That's true.
I feel so bad for Diane, though. Gosh. Did you find out who did it?
I can't discuss that.
Yes, of course. I understand. You don't have to tell any of the folks around town about me and Diane, do you?
No, I won't do that. But it's a small town. I'm sure the rumors have started already. Nothing to be ashamed of, right? What's there to worry about?
Nothing in particular. No, nothing at all. I'm clean. As clean as the sheets in this hotel.
He doesn't look convinced by that statement.
What's with that look? We don't have a problem, right?
It looks like Kaysen is involved with another woman in town.
Ooh.
I can only hope it isn't Emily.
Kaysen's just a... Wait, I thought you went that way. Why are you back here? Kaysen's a fucking playboy, man. I mean, look at that guy. I mean, who can blame him? Clearly...
You?
You. Polly.
Oh, hi.
Wow. Is there a... Let me go save. Cue the dirty sheets. Tell you what, they pay the FBI well. I've only been here like 10 days and I made like 11 grand. Did you know a hot dog will satisfy a small amount of your hunger? You're right there,
York,
Emily?
I can't find Thomas. Was he here?
No, I haven't seen him. Have you tried the radio?
I've been trying, but he's not answering.
What about Nick?
No problem with him. He's calmed down a little. He's still saying he didn't do it.
Look at that breathing.
Nick said that Thomas disappeared sometime during the night. He kept calling for him, but Thomas stopped responding. I'm a bit worried. George has asked for permission to search for Thomas.
I understand that things have been hard for Thomas, but
Good old
surely
mobile.
he's just resting at home. But I'm not against looking for him. Tell George that he has my blessing.
Okay. As far as I know, Thomas always calls in when he needs a day off.
We're
Trying to
human,
inhale
so we
a
are
whole
limited.
cigarette.
As far as you know, there haven't been any serial killings here before, right?
That's right, but that's not...
Emily, I'm going to see Harry today.
What? Why? We have plenty of other leads to follow, don't we?
He did invite me over, though. It would be bad manners not to accept.
I suppose.
Are you really an FBI agent? I think the FBI would take a more logical approach to investigations.
But Emily, a serial killer does not stay within the boundaries of logic. Thus, you can't hope to capture such a killer using only logic. That's why I'm going to see Harry. You go with
fair.
George and find Thomas.
That's fair.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Great. Thanks.
Ugh, I was an idiot for thinking he might be a good pick. I really need to work on my taste in men.
Damn. Shot down. And I didn't even know. Well, boys and girls, looks like we just got friend-zoned hard. Where are we going? Oh, we're at the hotel. Nope, we can't use logic. No logic. No logic.
Zach, we've ended up with a third victim. That dive I made at the gallery ended up being a wasted attempt
Beep, beep.
to save a life. It's a real mess, Zach.
Whoop.
Dive. When's the last time I made a dive like that? Oh, I
Should have went
remember.
muff diving, but
Do
no.
you? It was in my late teens. We used to go to those concerts.
Poor Emily.
You and I liked punk rock, but we liked different types of punk. You liked hard and heavy punk, like Crash and Sham 69. I liked the more twisted ones, like The Damned, Buzzcocks, Iggy Pop, and Joy Division.
Ooh, the Buzzcocks.
We used to talk for hours about the bands we really liked, but for some reason, neither of us
Oh,
listened to
what?
the
You don't
Sex
like the
Pistols.
screeching sound? That's why we had to
Yeah,
turn
there
our
was.
audio from
Seems strange thinking about it
5.1
now.
to stereo to avoid the car screeching. Whoop, whoop. Where are we going? Yes, I. Hold on. Oh man, we got a ways to go. So yeah, we'll take the tunnel and okay. The lack of a further zoom out feature is quite annoying. Whoop, whoop. So many randoms though. Yeah, this game is basically the definition of random. Like I said, the story's not bad. I'm thoroughly enjoying the story. I'm trying to figure out who the murderer is. Maybe we haven't met the murderer yet. First major road, and then we go right. I guess that's the question. Have we met the murderer yet or not? Perhaps it's an unknown. Think we'll go this way. Oh golly. Whoops. We're at the biker bar. Oh, we have to go to bed soon. I'm getting tired. But we must press on. The case must continue. Let's get that extra 5 miles per hour. And we're good. Ba-da. Extra long distance. Oh, I wish this map wasn't. It wasn't really necessary to make the map this big. Oh, it's like I'm playing Final Fantasy 15 all over again. could have driven up to the gate. No? Okay.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, finally you have arrived. You are welcome to come inside.
And have some of my sugar donuts. Come inside, Francis York Morgan. I don't even get to see the outside of the mansion. What a chip. Did the game just crash on me? Game? Game? Hello, game. This game does not like my PC. No, it does not. Well, last time in order to fix this, we had to reboot, but I'm not doing that. At least I saved. Yes, I did. I did perfectly time that save, so that's good. Yeah, the game crashed. Okay, let's try. Let's give it another attempt. If the game crashes again, we're going to call it a night. Game is the fourth victim. No, the fourth victim would be us. Having to sit through this. Oh, game please. This game has crashed more times than both Bad Rats games combined. That's pretty impressive. Da, 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 da. I want to hear what the old man has to say. I guess he's not old. Is he old? I don't know. It's hard to tell. He looks like one of the minions from Half-Life 2. Whoever was in charge of making this PC port, they should be fired immediately.
Previously during the
investigation. I'm predicting this is probably still going to crash, but let's see. Yeah, looks like it crashed again. Okay, well, I guess it's just destiny that we call it here for the night. Oh well. Next time I'll just reboot my PC before we start stream, or I'll just skip ahead to the next cutscene. There seem to be some key points where the game just doesn't like it. I just have to reboot my PC, and that always seems to get us past where we need to go. Alright, well, thank you so much for joining us tonight, guys. It's been a blast. Hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow. I have to grind out some work, make some emotes, make some alerts. I have to make so much. Sub buttons for affiliates are coming, so look forward to that. That'll be a lot of fun. Also look forward to the upcoming Yoshi's Island Ramathon on this channel. So hopefully I'll see you guys some other time. Let's find someone to raid and host. And I wish you all a very good evening. Well, we get a